Merry Christmas. Or if you did a very Happy New Year. Alright, so he hails from Canada.
Yes, yes.
But I'm not too like when we talk about Canada thing, because this man consider himself a Jamaican. This man, himself having passport, is stamp, so he's native Jamaican. So he's bringing his life and experience as a Jamaican to you here at Curly C. Roberts Punchline. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for my fellow brother comedian, Liam Semple!
Good night, Jamaica. How are we doing today? Yeah? Thank you for coming out to Coral Cliff. This is crazy. I'm on the ding. That's what the hell. That's crazy. Oh my God. I came here as a tourist 8 years ago, and I thought, oh, it's an arcade. That's cool. And now I'm headlining here. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. Yes. Oh. But people, I have been here for a year, but I do have to say I'm kind of looking forward to going home. I ran out of hair products, and it's really hard to find white people hair stuff here, okay? You guys, I don't know what you use, it's like contact cement. If I used it, I wouldn't need a helmet on a motorcycle, okay? You're doing the wisp thing, I'm not going for that, that's not me. I don't know. Anyway, I have learned a lot about Jamaica. One of the most interesting things that kind of came up for me was the Great Paddy Debate, okay? Because I, as a Canadian, didn't have my first paddy until I was 16, right? And I went to Kensington Market in Toronto, where I'm from, and in and amongst a bunch of stores that sell old vintage clothing, there is an Asian family who sells patties, okay? And if that's not the most Canadian thing you've ever heard, like, I don't know what is.
Okay.
Anyway. So I didn't have my first one until I was 16, but I got here and there's the three big ones, right? There's Mother's, there's Tasty, and there's Juicy, right?
Yes.
All right. Mother's is my least favorite, okay? I'll tell you why, I will tell you why. You get the crumbliest crust in the world from a Mother's patty. Like you can honestly leave the kids in the forest with a Mother's patty. You're gonna find them shortly, exactly. You can't eat it in a car though. It's bad. Juicy's good though. I have a job at the Environmental Foundation of Jamaica, and I have to do a lot of site visits. I get to go and see all over this country, and Juicy's everywhere. So Juicy's always got my back. But let me tell you about Tasty. It's the closest to my house, and I have to walk everywhere. It's hot. It sucks. I don't know. The other thing too with Jamaica that I learned really quickly is that your toilet paper is ridiculously expensive. Like, there's no reason for that. Everybody uses it, I hope, okay? So what I did was when my dad came down around Christmas, I had him bring me a bidet. Now, I know that bidets are a bit like sensitive for you guys, so I'm not saying like just drill yourself. I'm saying a spritz and then you're good, you know? Like a little clean potty, everyone's happy, there we go. My girlfriend was also coming down and I didn't want to have to pay for two to poo. So it was economical, it was a responsible decision. But I had a good time with my girlfriend. She came down and she spent 2 months here. And it's kind of hard to explain to people when you live in Kingston, especially back in Canada, you know, what it's actually like. Because my girlfriend was texting me and she was like, you know, this is gonna be great, honey. We're gonna get off work together, you know, we're gonna walk down to the beach. And I'm like, honey, I live in New Kingston. We're gonna walk the halfway tree. That's it's not as scenic as you'd like. And I gotta tell you, she hated that walk. You know? So hot. I don't know. But we did have a lot of fun in Jamaica. You know, we did things on the weekends. One of the big things we did was we went to Ocho Rios and we did some scuba diving. You know. That's a lot of fun. I love scuba diving. I've scuba dived here before. I've done it a bunch of times, you know? But I gotta put my girlfriend into reference for you, okay? She learned how to swim last year, okay? And she kind of did it to come here. You know, I'm very proud of her though, because she jumped in at Rick's Cafe and like was absolutely fine. But we were scuba diving, and we were with this very nice Jamaican scuba diver who just happened to be the best looking jacked black man I've ever seen in my entire life, okay? But he was doing great, and she was having a hard time, you know? And she's like, you know, it's different. It's deep, there's stuff, you know, she's got the goggles on, she's not too sure how to breathe underwater, that whole crap. But I'm doing all right, and like, I'm good enough to kind of be on my own, but not licensed, you know, that sort of thing. So I'm kind of like a bit down, and I look up, and she's freaking out, and I'm like, oh. But then I look down, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool fish, okay. Then I look up again, and I notice the Jamaican diver man's belly, and it's a six-pack. And I look down at my belly, and it's a bit of a keg. And I thought to myself, well, she hasn't cheated on me yet. Let's go see that fish. Oh, it was good, it was good. We had a great time. She actually did end up going down, she figured it out. It was good, it was good. But one of the things that she said to me before leaving, she's like, honey, I know it's gonna be like 6 months before you see me, but don't go cheating on me. I'm like, babe, I can barely satisfy you. Why would I disappoint internationally? It's kind of like the opposite of the Olympics. I don't want to disrepresent Canada like that. I know some of you want PR. I don't know. But the long distance thing it's interesting, you know, because it's everything's online, everything's digital. It's kind of hard, you know? Like, one of the big things, you know, that we do, and we do date nights, is we start a Zoom call, and then we start a movie at the same time and kind of watch it together. It's cute, but sad. But, you know, it is what it is. We had a good time. But one of the other big things that you kind of have to do is try to keep the spicy life going, you know? So it starts with, like, you know, the dirty talk, you know, and then, you know, I had to learn how to do that, you know? But we did. But the other thing is the nudes, right? You gotta send nudes, okay? It's a healthy thing, it's a good thing, you know? But, like, I'll admit, women, it's a lot easier for you, you know? Like, you could send a picture of your elbow, and the guy would be like, fuck yeah, there we go, all right. It's a good day. It's a good day for him. An ugly girl could send a nude and it would make a guy's day. I'm just saying that, you know? Guys, it's a little harder for us. We're not working with as much, you know? I can't just be like, hey honey, thinking of you. She doesn't want that. Nobody wants that. So we're left with the dick pic, you know? But you don't want to just send the dick, because it's just too much. It's too much. You know, God forbid you go under. That's a whole bad area. You don't want that, right? So I get creative with my poses. So I like get it up and move it. There we go. Hero stance. Once in a while I get a little spicy. Hey! And she goes, oh, you've used the bidet. It's been good, you know, we're making it work. You know, I am excited to go home and actually eat the poom poom and not just kiss my phone. I'm excited, man. I'm ready. 16 days. I can taste it already. How do I transition? Okay, a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago, I don't know, I was at a resort in Duncan's with two very good friends of mine. They're married, they got married about a year ago. I emceed their wedding, and they were like, Liam, we got some time, let's just go to Jamaica. And I said, I've got time too, let's do this. But we were at the resort, and we were at the pool bar, and my buddy Nick comes up to me and is just like, hey man, you know, this is crazy. I've never gone to another country to hang out with a native, like a local. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you're like Jamaican. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And the bartender also gave me the same weird look. But I was like, whoa, Nick, I'm a resident, okay? There's a difference, okay? I'll show you when we go to Dunn's River tomorrow. Because when we go to Dunn's River, and you're able to prove residency, you get the discount price, right? Yeah, so I've got the stamp in my passport, and so I grabbed my passport, I went to the counter, and I showed the lady, and she told me I wasn't a resident. So I had to pay full price, and I looked like a jackass. So that was fun. But a couple of weeks later, I had my other buddy Christian come down, and I actually got the discount twice, right? Because I went to Reach Falls, did it, and then we went to Dunn's River again, and I did it, and I was like, yeah, it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. But I don't know, man. It's crazy, because like, you miss the little things when you're, away from home, right? Like my dog. I miss my dog so very much, Benji's a great boy. He is. But he's dumb as hell. He's a typical North American dog. He would not survive on his own, Like I see the Jamaican dogs here, and I'm like, you wouldn't integrate into Jamaican dog society. That you would be dead. There's no chance. There's a 0% chance of survival on you, bud. I love you, but you're doomed. Okay, I don't know. But it's fun though, because Jamaican dogs, they're resilient, you can leave it for like 3 days, and it comes back and he's like, oh cool, you're here, that's great, I missed you. My dog, I leave for work and he's like, I thought you died, what the hell? You just left me, I crapped on the couch, I didn't know what to do, I don't know. But I also found out that there's a Canadian woman who goes and rounds up these dogs in Kingston and around the island, and then she ships them back up to Canada to give to suburban Toronto families. And I'm like, that's a stupid idea. Why would you do that? That dog hasn't eaten anything that hasn't been dead for 48 hours, let alone killed itself. That makes no sense. I don't know. My cousin got one, but I'm like, oh, okay. But the other thing is, I now don't know how to greet dogs when I go home with this new knowledge. Am I gonna have to be like, oh, Wagwan, what's up? Good boy. Give him the thumb thing? I don't know. I really didn't realize how light I was when I got here, because I can't do the handshakes and shit, Like Elias, he greeted me the very first time we met, and he gave me the thumb thing, and I'm like, the fuck are we doing, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, no. He stopped doing it right away, but I don't know. God. Yeah. I really have had a lot of fun here, it's been a crazy time. I can't believe it's been a year, and I've really valued this, It's been an excellent experience, And it's like witnessing things from a different culture, because when my buddy Christian was down, it was just me and a 6'2", 200-pound white guy, and we get weird looks in the car together, especially a little Toyota thing, But one of the weirder things happened was we went out to Portland, and I had stayed at this place with my wife, okay? And I knew it was good, and we could afford it, that sort of thing. And it was right on the Blue Lagoon, so you get free access. Now, we showed up at 3 in the end of June, okay? And Portland this time of year is dead, okay? So we show up to the place, and there's no one there to greet us or let us in or anything like that. So I park the car, and me and Christian start walking around everywhere, and we're trying to find somebody to let us in, just check us in, that sort of thing, And so I get down to the Blue Lagoon, and there's no one there, and then we get back up, and now we're just both sweaty duppies, and it's not good. But we're looking around, and Christian goes, there's some fresh empty beer bottles right there, that's a good sign. So we knock on the door, and the guy, wakes up, and I'm like, what's going on? Where's the guy? And who are you? And he's like, what? The security guard. I'm like, we've been running around for half an hour. What are you securing? What the hell, man? I don't know. But he takes us to the room, and he's checking us in, and he's showing us around, and he's like, okay, here's the TV, the couch, the bed, all that. But there's only one king-size bed. I'm gonna leave that. And he left, and it was that thing. I don't know, it was a king-size bed. Christian likes to cuddle. I needed some escape room. That was the whole thing. I don't know. But yeah, I've had some very valuable experiences. I'm gonna leave you with this last one, you guys. I'm very fortunate again. I get to see this beautiful country. I've been everywhere. But one of the site visits I had to do was to a rural school in Manchester because they had a greenhouse project, okay? And when I got out of the car, the kids all came up to me and going, "Oh my God, the white man's here, let's go say hi to him." And I was like, "Yeah, that's great." But in the back of my mind, I was like, "You kids know nothing about history. Fucking run." Like, it has never been a good thing when a white guy shows up out of nowhere. How do you think you got here? Alex. That's my time. Thank you, everybody. Kurt.